For the past year, the Shopian controversy has cast a shadow over the Kashmir Valley.
After the disappearance and killing of two women, Aasiya and Niloufer, 3 months ago, locals alleged that they had been raped and murdered and pointed a finger at security forces.
But two different post-mortems and a judicial inquiry later, forensic sources say that at least in the case of one woman, there is no conclusive evidence of rape. Well, we're joined by Sunetra Chaudhary for more on that. Sunetra, what are you hearing?
Well, we know that the CBI, as soon as they took over the case, they've been camping over there and they've spent at least 2 weeks. And over the weekend, a team of forensic doctors from AIMS, led by TD Dogra, they went over there to conduct, to exhume the bodies and conduct yet another post-mortem. Now, the findings is what we find, but just before I tell you the findings, which are quite a development and quite different from what they were in the past, just a note which the forensic doctors pointed out to us, because of the kind of sensational case that it's been, because of the kind of local sensitivity and the political upheaval that has been there in the valley, the CBI took major pains to ensure that everyone was on board, that the local sensitivity was kept in mind. So what they did was they had 2 female doctors present, not just from the AIMS, from the local people's side. They had 2 local female magistrates. They also had religious clerics. And in the presence of all of them, they took them there. They first identified the grave. The exhumation was done over there, just so that they had complete transparency. It's quite rare, really, that they conducted the entire post-mortem at the spot itself. There was no taking over the body anywhere and done that. Now, if I can just share some of the details of the preliminary report that has been presented to the executive magistrate today in the case, that's Hamdullah Amir, and that's a preliminary report. We must point out that this is still not confirmed. After 14 days, we'll have the final report, but this is what the preliminary report says. Now, earlier it was believed that both women were raped. Now, the preliminary forensic report says that there is no conclusive evidence of rape, at least in the case of Aasiya. That's a 17-year-old first victim. The second case, how do they say that? Because when they exhumed the bodies, they found that Aasiya's body didn't just have the hymen intact, which can still happen even if there is penetration. Even the septum was intact, which they're saying is not possible at all for someone who's been raped. So they're saying definitely what they have found out is that in Aasiya's case, her hymen and septum both intact. So earlier was that she was raped and she wasn't. So the conclusive evidence, they don't know the cause of death yet. And there is no even evidence of injury on Niloufer or on Aasiya. Aasiya just on the back of the head. So right now, they're ruling out. For the moment, it looks like there was no rape, but final report in 14 days.
All right, Sunetra, final report in 14 days. Thanks very much indeed for joining us with that.
Another
Tuba.com